Hey guys, welcome to the Top Percentile. My name is Anay Dave. I scored a 99.99 percentile in CET 2020. There's less than 7 days left for CET, and I am here to tell you what you should be doing over the next 7 days and how you should be taking mocks or how you should strategize which mock you take and when so that you can maximize your score over the next few days. Here, I want to illustrate the example or the use of a strategy known as a passive mock, right? So it's called a passive mock. Just repeating so that it's very clear and you understand what it means. It's the opposite of that would be an active mock, literally being you are taking the mock like you take in the D-Day. That's an active mock. A passive mock is a very relaxed form of mock. You are taking it passively. There are four main things that you want to do here. You want to just be, you want to overcome the fear of the mock. You want to overcome the fear of the score. So the first thing that you want to do. Second, you want to be peaceful. You want to be flatlined throughout the entire paper. You don't want to be bothered about anything that happens, right? That's why it is a passive mock. That's why you don't care about the scores. That's why you just are calm throughout the paper. Third thing I want you to focus on is I don't want you to use a pen and paper when you solve this, because what happens when you use pen and paper is that बहुत बार हम लोग बहुत सारे steps लिखते हैं जो actually चाहिए नहीं होते. वो steps लिख के हम 10 गुना ज्यादा काम कर लेते हैं. That's not really required. If you just see options in CET, you should be able to solve the questions. अब बस options देख लो, faster methods मन में सोच लो, you'll be much faster. Your brain works a lot faster than your hand can. So please make sure that this is very important, right? Please make sure that you do this. The fourth thing being question selection. By taking a lot of passive mocks, since it takes lesser brain effort, like it takes less mental effort and mental power to actually solve a passive mock, आप ज्यादा मॉक्स ले सकते हो, आप ज्यादा पैसिव मॉक्स ले सकते हो, और उसके साथ आपका नेक्स्ट एक्टिव मॉक जो रहेगा वो ज्यादा रिफ्रेश स्टेट में रहेगा, राइट? सो टुडे, फ्रॉम टुडे, how many other days are left based on when you're watching this, I want you to focus on what you are trying to do and how you'll stay in the best state possible, right? My last week of CET when I taken in 2020 was mainly taking mocks, but every day I was solving 200 questions. That was my aim, right? So I used to take mocks, but I used to alternate passive, active, passive, active. That's how I used to go about it. But in that time, I used to make sure that when I'm solving a passive mock, मैं 200 सवाल देख रहा हूँ, बराबर से कर रहा हूँ जितने हो सके उतने, क्योंकि इजी वाले जो सवाल है जो मैं कर सकता हूँ लॉजिकल के, most of the questions logical except puzzles, you can solve without pen and paper. Verbal, without pen and paper. Abstract, without pen and paper. Quant, there'll be certain questions in the 25 questions of quants that you will be able to solve without pen and paper. Same with DI. उसमें वैसे सवाल आएंगे ही जो आप pen paper के बिना कर सकते हो. I want you to make sure. So what can you not do without pen and paper? If I have to summarize the antithesis of what I'm saying, puzzles and a couple of questions in quants and DI, right? That's essentially what you can't do without pen and paper. Now, rest, all of it, I want you to do without pen and paper. I want you to solve as if you are taking a passive mock, right? So the first thing when you take a passive mock is just go through all the questions and start solving mentally. Now, जब ये passive mock खत्म हो जाता है, तब उसका score जो भी आएगा, you don't have to care about it. You don't have to think about how much you scored. To be very honest, in the last 1 week, you don't have to care about any score that you get, right? Doesn't matter if you scored 100. It doesn't matter if you're scoring 150 and you get 70. Doesn't matter if you're scoring 70 and get 120. Whatever. Nothing matters in this. What matters is what you do on the last day, right? Now, we're making a lot of more videos about how you need to believe that you deserve JBIMS before you are in JBIMS. You kind of need to have that belief. So that's what you have to build right now, right? No mock score will give you that from now. You have to say that, oh, if I am going to be a student in JBIMS, if I'm going to pass out 2 years from now, getting the best placement, I need to believe that I deserve it, right? I need to believe that I have the aptitude and what it takes to actually crack the exam and get through JBIMS. As long as I'm able to do that, everything else will be fine, right? So please make sure of these things. These are very important things that you have to do, and we'll be making videos on mindset. But again, 4 things that you need to keep in mind while taking passive mocks. First, not caring about scores. Second is being peaceful throughout the entire thing. Third is not using pen and paper. And fourth, being just thinking of question selection rather than actually seeing how much you can solve and what you can do. Very important. Scores don't matter, but you have to be in as rejuvenated a state as possible after taking 200 questions, right? One of our students had asked us, we've been telling our students to do this for the past week or 2 weeks, in fact, and we've had separate calls with them individually as well and told them to do this. So they've asked this question saying that, how do I analyze a mock at the end of it? And our solution for that is that you don't have to really analyze this because it's way too much to analyze and it's way little information. It's too little information to analyze. So what you do instead is actually just go through the questions that you could have done, what you could have solved, and see if you could have done it in a better way and what you did wrong and what went wrong in that, right? So very bird's eye analysis that you need to do. But if you do these things, you are going to make sure that you are solving every day you're doing a very good thing by solving 200 questions a day, but you're also not tired at the end of it, right? So if you can mix these two, it's the best place to be. If there are any other questions that are not covered, please put them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer. But as I mentioned time and time again, the top percentile is your best bet for anything related to CET. So stay tuned to our channel. We'll be uploading a lot of things that we want you to know over the next week or so. So yeah, please stay tuned to our channel, subscribe, hit the like button, and leave any comments if you want me to answer. My name's Anay Dave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.